Hello everyone and welcome to IRA tutorial. This is Aarti Naik and today I am going to teach you class 10 subject English unit 2 topic 2.1 the pulley. The pulley is a very uh, knowledgeable poem, that means you can learn the lesson of the life from this poem. It is very religious too. So before we start the poem, let us go through the warming up. Question number 1. Go through the following images and try to link them with our lives. For example, storm, that is hardship that we face in our life. So here the owl is given. Sorry, what is the meaning of the owl? It is in two part. Okay, here also it is given. So here you can see owl represent wisdom. Okay, owl represent wisdom. Then rose represents beauty. Then tree, strength, clouds, sorrowful moments. Then bouquet again shows. Then stream comes, it shows the what we can say, it shows honor. Mountain shows strength. Sunrise shows hope. Okay, and bouquet shows determination. So here you can see these all are the symbol of different thing. Question number 2. You may have often indulged in talking of yourself audibly. That means sometimes we are talking with ourselves. Okay, sometimes we are talking it loudly or sometimes in our mind only that what we can say that talks are going on. For example, oh dear, why didn't I get up sooner? Let me finish this quickly and then I will be free. How silly of me, why didn't I think of it before? Such expressions are called dramatic monologues. Imagine and write monologues suitable in the following situation. It's your birthday next week. Oh my god, next week my birthday is there. You have been waiting long at the city bus stop. Oh god, from long time I am waiting, no bus is available. Then your final result are to be declared tomorrow. Oh my god, what will be the result? What will be my score? My mother has been chatting for a very long on the telephone. Oh no, when it will get over and when I can call my friend. Now, question number 3. The pulley is a mechanical device. Try and write down places where it can be used and for what purpose it can be used. So, pulley is used as a elevators also. So, elevators work via a powerful electronic pulley system. In fact, elevators make use of a system of several pulleys and counterweight to provide the lift system with both the power and safety. Some building designers like the create to create design in which you can see the internal machinery of the elevator. If you find yourself looking at the visible elevator shaft, look for the thick steel cable sliding through the drum and pulley system to lift the platform box. Then pulley can be used to wells also to drawn out the water. Pulley can be used in exercise machines also. Then construction pulleys are also there to uplift the material. Then in theater system also curtains are raised or down with the help of pulleys. Okay, so these are the some places where we can use the pulley, a mechanical device. Now before we start the poem, let us get aware about the writer of the poet of the poem, that is George Herbert was a Welsh poet, means belongs to the Welsh. He was a priest by profession. Priest means preaching the lesson of religious matter. He wrote religious poem with a lot of imagery and concises the poem exhibit a strange but two-way relationship between God and his worshipper. Though he has showered or bestowed his worshipper with all his blessings, somewhere he holds them up with a pulley drawn to be grateful to him in all our endeavors. So here we are going to learn from this poem that though everything is given by God to us, okay, God has given all the things in our possible things in our life, but somewhere though we make lots of development in our life, at certain point we need God. So that the realization of needing the God, that thing is kept, God has kept with him. So whenever he want, he can make his worshipper think about himself. So God gives so many precious gifts to the devotee, but at the same time God also expects something in return. What does he expect? Why does he withhold? The pulley shows how God lifts man towards himself with the pulley of restlessness. What is distinctly metaphysical about the poem is that religious nation is conveyed through a secular scientific image. That means the reason behind this poem is to give religious knowledge to each and every people, and because of religion some discipline can be there in our life, or it makes our life more easy, it makes us more easy to survive in the life. So that teaching is given in this poem. So let us start with the poem. When God at first made man, having a glass of blessing standing by. So now this is the imagination of the poet that first God has created a man. Okay, and when man was created, man was not having any life. Only statue of man was there, and God was next to the man having the glass of blessings. Okay, so now God is giving one by one his gifts to the man. So, having a glass of blessing stand by. Let us, he said, now God is talking to himself, pour on him all we can. So, first God decided that let us give everything to the human being. Okay? Let the world's riches means wealth bounties, which disperse means scattered, contracted into a span. That means all the good things I have given in this world, let us collect all the good things and keep it in a man. Let us give that gift to the human being. Okay, that was the first thought of the God when God created, or God when first he made man. So strength first made away. So first what God gave to the man? God gave strength to the man, then beauty, then followed then wisdom, honor, pleasure. So one by one all these things God gave to the human being. God gave to the man. First he gave strength, then beauty, then wisdom, then honor, then pleasure. When almost all was out, God made us stay. Now almost everything was given to the human being. Then for a certain moment God stopped and stopped giving all the thing, but he started thinking. He stopped, perceiving that alone of all his treasures rest in the bottom lay. That means perceiving means noticing, becoming conscious of. Means God was very happy when God made the man. At that time God was very happy, because God was thinking that that is the beautiful thing he has made, and because of that happiness he started giving one by one everything to the man from the glass of the blessing. But when a precious thing remain at the bottom of the glass, God realized that, so I have to stop somewhere, and God stopped there, and he thought that this important thing should be given to man or not, and that important thing is rest in the bottom, means bottom of the glass. Important thing was there, Should I give it to man or not? God started thinking over it. For if I should bestow this jewel also on my creature. So now God is thinking that the last thing, this is the last thing also, if I will give this valuable thing also, I will give to my creature, that means the creature made by me. He would adore my gifts. Adore means love very much my gifts instead of me. So, what God will start? If the last thing I will give to the man, what man will start? Man will start loving all the things which I have given to him. For example, God will start loving strength of his man will start loving beauty of the man. Man will start loving the honor, then whatever other things are there. But God will not remember the man. Man will not remember the God, and man will start thinking about all the lovely gifts given by God. For example, wisdom, beauty, strength. Man will always think about that, how beautiful I am, how strong I am, how knowledgeable I am, how intelligent I am. But man will never remember the God if God will give this last thing also to the man. So that's why God decided, and rest in nature, not God of nature. So if I will give this last thing to the human being, they will never remember me. They will never remember God for giving all these things, and they will think about the things, gifts which are given to them, but they will never think about me, those who have given all this to them. So both should be loser. So here God has decided, let both should be the loser. That means whatever my whatever my creation is there, let it be incomplete, and let the man suffer from one thing that the man will never have in his life. Yet let him keep the rest. So God has kept rest with himself only. God never gave rest to the human being, and that's why human being is struggling till the last moment of the life. But keep them with a ripening restlessness. Ripening restlessness means continuous anxiety due to dissatisfaction, and that is what all the man in the world, all the human being in the world are facing. Whatever they are getting, they never get satisfaction in anything. So God kept satisfaction with himself, and so he decided, let both should be the loser. Means God is not ready to give satisfaction to the man, and man is without satisfaction only. So till last moment of the life, human being is dissatisfied only. They have continuous anxiety due to dissatisfaction. So let him be rich and weary. So God decided, let him be very rich, very tired, that at last, if goodness led him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. That means let him last moment, at last let him come to me for satisfaction. And that is what arrangement is made by God. God never gave satisfaction to any of the human being, and that's why whenever we are facing any continuous anxiety in our life, we remember God, and that is the provision of the God, that human being should always remember the God. That is what the imagination of the poet George Herbert. I hope that you might have understood this religious poem very well. If you have any doubt, please write down in comment box, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.